According to the story, at the start of human history, a variety of types of black people inhabited the moon. Inhabited the moon. When a black god scientist became frustrated that all those living on the moon did not speak one language, he blew up the moon. A piece of this destroyed moon became the Earth, which was then populated by a community of survivors, morally righteous black people, some of whom settled in the city of Mecca. Yaqub was born a short distance outside the city and was among the third of original black people discontented with life in this society. A member of the Meccan branch of the tribe of Shabazz, Yaqub acquired the nickname Big Head because of his unusually large head and arrogance. In the lore, his name is Big Head. In the lore, this guy's name is Big. I mean, I guess I see why. I guess that makes sense. I mean, I do have an article I wanted to look at about this YouTuber. I've never even heard of this guy. Who is The Wiley Show? YouTuber seemingly arrested after making bomb threats at Walmart. That's what Sports Skeeter reports. Who is The Wiley Show? The Wiley Show. This guy. Looks like he posted 12 days ago. Why Trump is the right choice for 2024. Marlon Wayans wants Vlad to pay up. What's his most popular video? Unwind with Tasha K. Exclusive interview. Respond to Cardi B. This is not my side of YouTube. What is this?
I think that where your fault comes in, you were befriending him or y'all were talking while he was in jail. I think that's what they said they blame where you come. Do you understand that? That's why people would say that, because Storm feels as though that you are messy. He feels as though that you are the problem. That's what he feels as though. He said he feels that you are the problem. Do you feel that you?
He feels that you are the problem. Marquise Wiley, or The Wiley Show on YouTube, has seemingly been arrested after hosting a bizarre IRL live stream at a Walmart in Las Vegas on August 28, 2024. The broadcast in question saw the content creator make repeated bomb threats and screaming at people in the store. What? Is this a crazy person? Was he like around? Was he trying to troll and it just went wrong? Do we have any clips of this? The Wiley Show. Here we have a video, a 6-minute long video from Executive Media. What happened to Wiley of The Wiley Show on YouTube? All right.
This is Melvin Cartwright. I'm at Walmart at the pharmacy at 7050 South Cicero Avenue, Bedford Park, Illinois, 60638. I have a strapped to my back.
Whoa!
With a black shirt, and I have on blue jeans, black shoes.
Did he lose his mind? Is this guy actually insane? What the f? This guy said, here's my address, here's what I'm wearing. I have an explosive device. That's literally what he said, bro. What the hell? Thanks for the dono, Big Rod. Yeah, that was a weird situation to cover. Bro, this guy's crazy.
I'm in here, Illinois, because Minister Louis Khan, the Nation of Islam, sent me to the Walmart.
The Nation of Islam. Louis Farrakhan. To be clear to any YouTube employee watching this, I do not support this guy. This guy's a nut job. I am simply reporting the news. This is like one of the Yaqub guys. He believes in Yaqub, okay? He has a very anti-white ideology. He's a black nationalist. The base department called him one day and said, you need to call out the white devils. American religious leader who heads the Nation of Islam, a black nationalist organization. He had a music career. In February 1955, Walcott was headlining a show in Chicago, Illinois called Calypso Follies. There he first came into contact with the teachings of the Nation of Islam through Rodney Smith, a friend and saxophonist from Boston. Walcott and his wife Betsy were invited to the Nation of Islam's annual Savior's Day address by Elijah Muhammad. Prior to going to Savior's Day, due to then Minister Malcolm X's media presence, Walcott had never heard of Elijah Muhammad. And like many outside the Nation of Islam, he thought that Malcolm X was the leader of the Nation of Islam. If you don't squat up on Fortnite, I'm going to start going to Walmarts. Well, you're going to be helping Mr. Beast clean up the aisles of Feastables because I'm not squatting up. So good luck, my fellow Yaqubian. Yaqub created you and I. So be grateful, you jabroni. True. Here is a good point. I am grateful. I want to read about his beliefs, views. The ADL classifies Farrakhan as a racist, and the Southern Poverty Law Center considers the Nation of Islam as a hate group and a black nationalist organization. According to the SPLC, the NOI asserts that black people are racially superior to white people and promotes a fundamentally anti-white theology, amounting to an innate black superiority over whites. According to the NOI, whites were created 6,600 years ago as a race of devils by an evil scientist named Yaqub, a story which originated with the founder of the NOI, Wallace D. Fard. Name is Fard? His name is Fard? Wallace Fard. I want to read the Wikipedia article about you. They use this picture? No way. They use the Megamind picture, bro. This is a real picture that they're using here, okay, to explain his existence. I think they might be right. Did you crawl out of the Yaqubian biolabs yourself? Yes, I did. Praise Yaqub. He's a figure in the mythology of the Nation of Islam. According to the NOI's doctrine, Yaqub was a black scientist who lived 6,600 years ago and began the creation of the white race through a form of selective breeding, referred to as grafting, while he was living on the island of Patmos. The story throughout its history caused disputes. Under its current leader, Louis Farrakhan, the NOI continues to assert the story of Yaqub is true. I want to hear the original. So there's the original version. Then there's the Nuwabian version. Nuwabian? This is really interesting. I love falling down these like autistic rabbit holes and reading about this schizo shit. All right, we're gonna learn about the story of Yakub. Guys, I don't know the truth here, okay? This is an allegation as far as I'm concerned, you know? It's unproven, but you know, you never know, you know? I think I'm just gonna try to sit my white ass down and listen. You look like that when you get your cute boy haircut? Yeah, I think that's true. Yakub also gave us the ability to summon dynamite. Yeah, I summon dynamite all the time. Straight from my ass. According to the story, at the start of human history, a variety of types of black people inhabited the moon. When a black god scientist became frustrated that all those living on the moon did not speak one language, he blew up the moon. A piece of this destroyed moon became the Earth, which was then populated by a community of survivors, morally righteous black people, some of whom settled in the city of Mecca. Yakub was born a short distance outside the city and was among the third of original black people who were discontented with life in this society. A member of the Meccan branch of the tribe of Shabazz, Yakub acquired the nickname Big Head because of his unusually large head and arrogance. In the lore, his name is Big Head. In the lore, this guy's name is Big. I mean, I guess I see why. I guess that makes sense. I mean, 1 point for the Yakubians. At the age of 6, he discovered the law of attraction and repulsion by playing with magnets made of steel. Okay, so just to recap what's going on here. The Nation of Islam and Louis Farrakhan, and by extension, I assume The Wiley Show, they believe that black people lived on the moon, and then an angry scientist blew up the moon, and a piece of it became the Earth somehow, despite the moon being much smaller than the Earth, but we don't need to get into that. And then morally righteous black people lived on the Earth in Mecca. And then a scientist with a giant head was born there. This is awesome. This insight led to a plan to create new people. He saw an unlike human being made to attract others. Oh, sorry, I forgot the fact that at the age of 6, he discovered the law of attraction and repulsion by playing with magnets made of steel. This insight led to a plan to create a new people. He saw an unlike human being made to attract others who could, with knowledge of tricks and lies, rule the original black man. By the age of 18, he had exhausted all knowledge in the universities of Mecca. He then discovered that the original black man contained both a black germ and a brown germ. With 59,999 followers, that's a sub count on YouTube, I guess, he went to an isle in the Aegean Sea called Pelan, which Muhammad identified as modern-day Patmos. Once there, he established a despotic regime, starting to breed out the black traits of his followers, killing all darker babies, and succeeding in creating a brown race after 200 years. Yakub died at the age of 150, but his followers carried on his work. After 600 years of this deliberate eugenic system, the white race was created. The brutal conditions of their creation determined the evil nature of the new race. By lying to the black mother of the baby, this lie was born into the very nature of the white baby, and murder for the black people was also born in them, or made by nature a liar and a murderer. All the races other than the black race were byproducts of Yakub's, spelled Yakub in the biography, work as the red, yellow, and brown races, and were created during the bleaching process. Okay, so not the bleaching process. So to be clear, it's not just white people, guys. It's not just white people that were created by Yakub. It is all races that are not black. Asians, Hispanics or whatever, okay? Italians, that's a new race for me, in my opinion. I mean, well, they're black, so they're real, right? The Irish, okay? That's all the races as far as I'm concerned. They were all created by Yakub. So glad you're waking up to the truth, Tom. Dude, I feel like I'm getting a truth bomb dropped on me. Big truth bomb. However, the black race included Asian people, considered to be shared ancestors. Okay, so actually Asians are not white. They were not created by Yakub. The Asians are also black. If you're Chinese, you're also black, so you're saved, okay? You're not Yakubian. Elijah Muhammad also asserted that some of the new white race tried to graft themselves back into the black nation, but they had nothing to go by. As a result, they became gorillas? This is so racist. This is the most racist thing I've ever heard in my life. A few were lucky enough to make a start and got as far as what you call the gorilla. In fact, all of the monkey family are from this 2,000-year history of the white race in Europe. What the freak? This is awesome. This is they should make a movie. Is there a Yakub movie? Yakub movie. Is there a movie about Yakub, the scientist? No, there's not a movie. The story of the big-headed scientist, Yakub and Yashmal. Thank you for creating me, Yakub. YouTube video essay 9 years ago. Sunny V2 copied this guy. What is that? Is that also Yakub in his final form? Mr. Big. They call it Mr. Big.
To the knowledge of just who he was, born to establish order, bring peace, build, create, and be the redeemer to the peoples of earth. It is common for members of the Shayuk tribe to finish all of the coursework taught in all of the colleges and universities of the surface world by age 9, but
we're really down the rabbit hole right now, guys. We've fallen down some crazy shit, all right? The new race traveled to Mecca, where they caused so much trouble they were exiled to West Asia, Europe, and stripped of everything but the language. Once they were roped in to keep them out of paradise, the soldiers patrolled the border armed with swords to prevent the devils from crossing. For many centuries, They lived a barbaric life, surviving naked in caves and eating raw meat, but were eventually drawn out of the caves by Moses, who taught them to wear clothes. So we're wrapping in the Bible lore here, okay? Moses tried to civilize them, but eventually gave up and blew up 300 of the most troublesome white people with dynamite. However, the whites had learned to use tricknology. Tricknology? All right, I'm an official tricknologist now. A plan to use their trickery and lack of empathy and emotion to usurp power and enslave the black population, bringing the first slaves to America. According to NOI doctrine, Yaqub's progeny was destined to rule for 6,000 years before the original black peoples of the world regained dominance, the end of which was the year 1914. Well, that hasn't really happened yet, has it? Unfortunately for them, I guess. But it's still coming, all right? It's still coming, guys, okay? But we have some new lore in the Nuwabian version. There is some new lore, so we gotta explore the new lore because there's been an update, sort of a DLC update, all right? An alternate version of the story was told by the Nuwabian Nation, a black supremacist new religious movement run by Malachi York. This is set out in a roughly 1,700-page book called The Holy Tablets. In the Nuwabian telling of the Yaqub myth, 17 million years before the first of many intergalactic battles, the ancestors of black people, given a variety of names, including Riziquians, whoa. Black people are the original Rizzlers. Riziquians, meaning providers, were gods, but subservient to the supreme god. Riziquians lived in another galaxy on a planet known as Rizik, which was located in the original tri-solar system, which featured a movable throne and spaceship, Nibiru. Where do these guys get this? Like, is this just coming straight from the dome? Did like an angel speak to them in their dream? Like where? Because this is very, it's very interesting, and there's a lot of lore here. Where did the like evidence gathering from this come from? I'm very curious for the Rizzler race, the black race. Where did this come from? God spoke to them? True. So Yaqub is actually evil. He created the white race to take over the black race. Yaqub is an evil black man. In their telling, the original protective atmospheric layer of the planet, necessary to protect from the UV rays of its three suns, had been destroyed by an evil being who was the leader of the fallen angel Shaitan. Shaitan had been tasked by the supreme god to move either off the planet entirely or to a new different location. He refused and instead set off an atomic explosion like an H-bomb, destroying part of the atmosphere. The scientists of the planet were able to repair it with gold. They put gold in the atmosphere to protect against UV rays. All right, noted, noted, noted. I assume all gold now is, you know, if you own a gold watch, it's probably descended from the atmosphere of what is this planet called again? Whatever the planet is of the Riziquians in the original tri-solar system. That planet, okay, that's the planet we're talking about here. Just, you know, keep up. But there wasn't enough gold on the planet, necessitating excursions into space on the Nibiru to mine gold from planet Earth, where colonies were established. The Riziquians did not want to mine gold, believing it was beneath their status as angels. They spliced genes of Homo erectus with their own genomes, producing mankind to do it for them. Humans originally had various psychic abilities, but after wars in Cain and Abel, the gland responsible for these psychic powers was removed from the human brain by the Riziquians. Yaqub was born with 2 brains. Okay. New drop. The Nuwabian explanation for the size of his large head, making him a genius capable of gene-splicing experiments which resulted in white people. After the experiments were finished, one of his brains exploded, resulting in his death. This is making an amazing movie. That's illustration is my head expanding while I try to calculate how much gooning has cost me. Oh, this drawing of Yaqub. Well, there's a lot of interesting stuff here for sure, but we'll get back to, now that we understand what the Wiley show believes in, we can keep watching.
Elijah Muhammad told me to come. Melvin Cartwright to Walmart is going to go off in 2 minutes at 7050.
Imagine being in Walmart and hearing this guy say this.
Cicero, I'm here. I'm going to bomb the Walmart. Melvin Cartwright, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad sent me. I'm going to bomb the Walmart. Kim is going to...
What the
Illinois, 606.
This guy's crazy. This guy is actually being communicated with by interdimensional demons from his mind. This is nuts, man. All right, well, we can see why he got arrested, I guess. That's pretty clear. I think that's pretty obvious why he got arrested. Notably, he's a vocal supporter of Donald Trump, having made several videos expressing his support for the Republican candidate's re-election for 2024. Here's one of his recent live streams. Wiley's also pretty active on social media platforms such as Instagram, where he has over 7.4K followers. During the live stream, the content creator was seen placing a call to the authorities, introducing himself as Melvin Cartwright and claiming he was to be carrying a bomb. He also made the bizarre claim that he was instructed by American religious leader Elijah Muhammad to bomb a Walmart store. Interestingly, the YouTuber kept telling the authorities he was in Walmart in South Cicero. However, in reality, he was located in a Walmart store in Las Vegas. This was evident from the appearance of the public police car that arrived later to arrest him. The threat occurred approximately 52 minutes into the broadcast. Concerned employees, alarmed by his hysterical behavior, promptly called the police. It's unclear what prompted the streamer to do such a thing. Longtime fans have speculated he may be struggling with mental illness, but this remains unconfirmed. This page got deleted. Shalana C. Ward. I wonder if she's tweeted anything else about this. Account doesn't exist? What is going on? What is going on? What's he posting on the social medias? IG at The Wiley Show. Timothy, Goog Yaqub memes and go to images, enjoy. We have a good Christian one here. Oh, has a dick in it though. Don't worry, baby. He's just a nerd. That's it. I'm creating white people. Base. His Instagram is still up. Last post he made was in 2023, so it doesn't look like he's been really posting much. I mean, it seems like he was a mostly normal YouTuber, so he must have had some kind of psychotic break or something. Like he clearly was suffering from some kind of mental health episode. Damn. Well, good luck, Wiley Show. Hope you get the help you need, buddy. Probably don't do that again. But keep spreading the good, you know, the good message of Yakub or whatever gets you going, buddy. That was more crazy than I thought it would be. When I saw that article, I was like, oh, this might be funny for 1 second, but there was a lot more in there than you would expect, you know?